Hey, healthcare consultants. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I haven't seen many of you in quite some time. If you're here, let me know that you are here. Happy Wednesday. So I wanted to jump on and have a conversation with you. I said it would be good to do a new series called Conversations with Elle, where we can just have some just real in-depth conversations and real transparent conversations about just our work as consultants. And even for those of you who've yet to start your consulting firm, you know, what, what you truly have to endure. And so I had a conversation yesterday with a client, and it just made me realize how many of you probably need to hear the same thing. So today I really wanted to talk about your confidence. And, you know, do you feel, especially if you're a new consultant, do you feel as though you are in a confident place to go out and acquire contracts? Do you feel like you're in a confident place to be able to get the results that you require or that your clients require? And, I feel like it's an important conversation simply because there's so many times we're held back from moving forward and confidence gets in the way. Um, I want to share some really quick tips with you also that I shared with her. If you're in a place where you are a brand new consultant, hey, Charlotte, oh, I'm so happy that you're here. I just wanted to share with you, if you feel like you're in a place where you are lacking confidence and you want the contracts, you desire the contracts, however, you're just being held back by the fact that you feel like you can't generate those results. So, number one, I just want to share with you at the end of the day, when you are securing these contracts, it does require confidence. And confidence is simply like a muscle that you have to build. So you can read all of the books, you can watch all of the videos, you can take all of my courses, you can be coached by me. But at the end of the day, it really takes experience. Okay. It takes experience to move forward in the consulting industry. And a lot of times, what I see is healthcare consultants, especially those who are new, they don't leverage their place of work. So, one of the first things you need to do to build your confidence as a new healthcare consultant, you need to look at your place of work and leverage the opportunity. A lot of times, you have the opportunity, the problems are all around you, but yet you're not even initiating projects to solve the problem at your place of work. So that's one thing I want to encourage you to do. Number one, to build your confidence. Wherever you're working right now, as a consultant, you most likely 9 times out of 10 will be solving those same problems for your clients that you do on the job. So if you see or identify a problem on the job, it's your responsibility to build your confidence and to build your consulting portfolio to solve those problems on the job. That's one of the first ways that I would share with you to build your confidence. The second thing I would really advise you to do if you're in a place where, again, you desire the contracts, but you just don't feel like you can generate the results. If you have no experience whatsoever as a healthcare consultant, then that means you need to get experience, and that may mean outside of leveraging your place of work, you also may need to consider looking into subcontracting opportunities. So let me share this with you also. There's going to be many other consulting firms that exist that solve the very same problem that you also solve as a healthcare consultant. So if you're in quality, you're not the only quality healthcare consulting firm. If you're in patient satisfaction, you're not the only patient satisfaction consulting firms. There are other consulting firms that exist, and it would be extremely wise of you to get experience and to build your confidence. Start reaching out to those founders and those principal consultants of existing consulting firms who've already been in the industry. They have contracts. They can send you out and you can do the work as a subcontractor. Hey, Ananya, it's so good to see you here. So that's another opportunity for you to build your credibility as a consultant and build your confidence. right? If you've never done the work before, as I mentioned, you can read all the books, you can take all the courses, but it's nothing like that on the job experience. And that you can probably relate to that essentially. Whatever role that you're in right now, you went to school 100%, but at the end of the day, you weren't 100% confident until you got off orientation, you started doing the work, and you were free to be able to do the job that you were hired to do, right? It's no different from the consulting industry. Okay. And the very last thing that I would really advise you to do, especially if you're new, is take on some pro bono work. Take on some pro bono projects. Hey, Kim, how are you doing? So good to see you here. You know, there are a lot of people who would say, don't take on free projects. But at the end of the day, as I mentioned, there's no better way to build your confidence and to get referrals under your belt than offering a low tier entry consulting solution to one of your ideal clients if you are brand new in the consulting industry. That will equate to a case study. That pro bono project will equate to referral if you do an outstanding job. So I would, if I were you, I would consider what are some consulting solutions that I can offer my ideal client that won't take much of my time to do, but there's high value in the end result for the client. So even if that's offering a lunch and learn and facilitating a 30-minute lunch and learn for free, listen, that's how you build your confidence, by doing the work. If you're not out there doing the work, you're going to constantly doubt if you can do the work. So just to kind of give you a refresher on some of the things that I shared today in regards to building your confidence. Number one, you want to make sure that you leverage your place of work. Do not leave your job without getting some on-the-job experience as a consultant. Number one, you're already a consultant. You're already solving problems. But if you've identified a gap within your own organizational structure, fill that gap. Introduce a project. Introduce a new initiative. That way you can take credit for it and it can turn into a case study. The next thing you want to do is find existing consulting firms in your specialty. Reach out and offer yourself as a subcontractor. Yes, that's how you get experience. And then the very last thing you want to do also is consider offering your ideal clientele some pro bono work. Remember, if you do pro bono work, just make sure that it's not a huge project. You don't want to do $100,000 consulting deliverable and not get compensated for it. So do something simple like a lunch and learn or a very simple assessment that won't take you very long, but they can still identify the pains and the gaps and the need to bring you onto their team. So I hope you guys enjoyed the information. I wanted to start coming on and doing more of these conversations just through what I see that you all need the most. And confidence is such a big deal. When you're having conversations with these leaders, you want to make sure that you're coming from a place where you can absolutely generate the results that they need. And confidence is really one of the very first things that you need to be able to build to move forward and to acquire these contracts. So for those of you who are here, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks, Kim, for joining. Thanks, Ananya, for joining. And Charlotte, I appreciate you. And I love seeing you in the room. On next, Thursday, which is tomorrow, I have an upcoming masterclass, Healthcare Leader to Healthcare Consultant. And I am going to drop that link in here. So for those of you who've never joined the masterclass before, be sure to join. You definitely will be in for a treat, and we can get deeper into. Let me share this with you. Here, the link is there, so we can get deeper into some strategy and some conversation. Oh, hey, Quinn, so happy that you're here. I took some time out of my day. I said, let's jump on and talk about confidence because this is really a biggie. I was like, you don't want anything, if you identify a barrier, we want to eliminate those barriers. And these are just some of the things that I've been able to do, even in my own business, just to build my own confidence. But you got to do the work to get the experience to build your confidence. Hope you guys have an amazing day. I look forward to doing more of these broadcasts. You guys have a good day. I'll see you soon. Hopefully I'll see you in the master class. Take care.